1. My roommate used to sleepwalk and sleep talk almost every night, and I was the only one who'd be awake whenever it would happen. I'd witness her cleaning our fridge, sealing our open bag of chips, and I'd hear her quote Shakespeare in her sleep. What made her go back to bed was me asking her to sleep, and she'd look at me and close her eyes. Whenever I asked her if she recalled any of it, the answer was always no. 2. My wife sleep talks really bad. When she was in her registrar, she tried checking me in multiple times in her sleep. I've woken up to questions like, why is the sleeping bunny in the corner? And, how did that basket start floating? Many times. The best one though was when she sat up, grabbed a bottle of water off the end table, reached her arm out straight over the edge of the bed, and dumped the entire bottle directly into her purse. When I asked, what the hell just happened? All she replied was, pesky-ass purse fires, and then laid back down. 3. My husband used to be a manager at a restaurant where spec was really important. Every dish had to have the same number of broccoli or croutons or whatever. They would get spec inspections twice a year, which were a huge deal. He would sleep talk when he got stressed. One night he says very loudly, how many tomatoes in a DHFJFJDKFKF salad? I was half asleep and said, what? And he repeated in a very slow voice, like he was talking to an idiot, how many tomatoes in a DHFJSJDKSKF salad? I knew what was happening but was still confused, so I just said, I don't know, and he sighed like I was his life's greatest disappointment and rolled away from me. 4. I had a roommate that became very susceptible to suggestions when he would first fall asleep and wouldn't remember anything he did the next morning. One time, we woke him up and told him that his girlfriend had stolen his shoes. He jumped out of bed, went to the landline phone, called up his girlfriend and accused her of stealing his shoes. We were all dying laughing at this time. She blew him off, and after he hung up, he went into the kitchen. When he came back, he was holding 2 brownies and had the saddest look on his face. Look, my girlfriend burnt up my shoes. I'll never be able to wear them again. He placed them next to his bed and then went back to sleep. 5. Once I thought I heard my mom crying in the middle of the night, and I worried about it the whole of the next day at school. I asked her about it when I got home, and she said my dad had started typing furiously on her back and saying, we need to send out the emails, and she was laughing her head off, not crying.